started it again. So then after, the next thing I do is I just pick some records to look at from that spreadsheet. And I go in and I just look at them in kind of more detail to see, oh, is there a better record? Is there any problems I need to discuss about that one? So this, these aren't hot links on the spreadsheet. If they're in blue, they're hot links. Okay. Oh, so this is somewhat of a brief record. It has a description, author, and ISBN, but it doesn't have any subject headings. So what I do is I look, I see, could I find a better record that we could use? So, oops. I did find a better record with both in Prospector and Ohio Links. So let me demonstrate that. Whoops.
All right.
If I could get the right screen back up. All right, so we're going to do I'm going to capture this. And do it. I'm just going to select all. And I've already looked at this, both of these records. And I think I usually look at the MARC record because that's what I'm familiar with. But you could look at the card as well.
Okay, that's a question I had is how do you make a determination? And you're actually looking at the MARC record for completeness then.
I am. You can also tell just, you know, I've cataloged for so long. The MARC record is, for me, easy, almost easier to read than a card. So this is what the card would look like, and you can see it's got a table of contents kind of thing and a summary, full description.
Yes.
So this one, I'm kind of inclined a little bit more because it has more ISBNs on it rather than this one, which just has a single ISBN showing. So if, whoops. Now I forgot to check. So I knew I was going to overlay this, and I forgot to see if it was that. Oh, okay. So I want to change it from books and booklets because it's not new default. So I knew I was going to overlay it. So first of all, before I overlay it, I'm going to change that to new default. I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to have to repeat my search. Yeah. Oh, I still have, whoops, no I don't, okay. I don't know if you noticed, but the first time I did this, Sky River had a record that came up, and the second time it didn't. So it's always kind of fake.
Yeah, well, I noticed there was less this time. I didn't notice which one. Yes.
And sometimes I'll know that there's a record in Sky River, and I do the search, nothing comes up, and I do the backspace, search it again, nothing comes up. You know, like three or four times. If I know what's in there, then I just keep at it. And sometimes it shows up. That's just a little quirk.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of times people will do that ISBN search to Z3950. Nothing shows up. So they think, oh, rats, now I have to catalog it from scratch. But they might want to just take a few, you know, a few extra tries at it because sometimes it just shows up. So now we have a real nice record up there.
Oh, that's a great record, yes.
So let's look at something else that I've made note of. this one has a Sky River record. And so this is how I found this one. Title keyword, Jewel MP3. Okay, so let's go look at the record. And it didn't have an ISBN to search. So what I did was well, before I do anything, let me see what kind of, yep, I need to change that. So let's edit the record. We will change that to new default. Now I'm going to do my Z3950. I found you. So the title is I Found You. And then
you're going to have to have the artist, or
yes,
you're going to come up with hundreds and hundreds of records.
That's what I'm thinking. And then I added MP3 because Sandy indicated that was MP3. Now the author, there's a separate author field in here, but I found that with the Z3950, if you put the author in the keyword search rather than the author field, you have a little bit better chance at it. So I know there's a record in Sky River, so I'll just use Sky River. Yeah, see, it's saying it doesn't work. I'm going to try it again. And that's why it's just so frustrating.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have given up. I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah. So before you catalog from scratch, I would say check it out again.
Oh, yes.
So let's see. This is, we have 2 MP3 video discs. So let's look at the description. Mode of access, World Wide Web. So this is an e-audio book. So that's another thing.
I saw Overdrive at a couple of places, yes.
Kind of another thing to be aware of. Okay, so this one's 2 audio discs, and it's not an Overdrive record. So we want that.
That looks better, yes.
Yeah, we want that second one. And so when we import this, one of the things I know I'm going to have to change is we're still using ASCII is still using the GMDs. So the GMD should be a CD.
Okay.
And let's save that. Okay. Looks good.
Much better, yes.
So I'm kind of not going to worry about these large prints. Should I worry about those? Because they're like a temporary collection, right?
They are temporary. We have them on the shelf for anyway from 30 to 90 days, and then we send them back for, actually we exchange them for new ones.
Okay, so even though it might not be the best record, I mean, again, there is a better record at Sky River if you want to overlay it, but since it's a temporary collection, kind of up to you. Whenever you have a complete record, though, it gives your patrons better access to that book. They'll be able to discover it better. So anything that's in highlighted, let's go over this one. Oh, it does have CD. Let me see my notes here again. GMD of CD. But it's on a book record. Let me take
it's a book.
Oh, okay. So we would just need to.
Actually, it's a pocket guide. If this one is the one I remember, it's kind of a folded guide.
I would say book is still fine.
Okay.
It's printed material, so
it's obviously not a CD. Yes.
Right. So we would just edit that record. I don't know how that got that CD in it. That's weird, huh? All right. So let me unhighlight the ones that we just fixed. This one, we fixed that. Item type DVD. Oh, let's look at this one. So CD in the description CD, and your item type is DVD.
Okay.
This is probably the same one that I have highlighted in there. So,
okay.
Shall I go ahead and
Yeah,
check
that. Yeah, that would be
Okay.
fine. Obviously, we have a typo there that needs to be fixed. Sure.
Right. In Pica, when there's a mixed bag of I-types, it kind of throws it off. Sometimes they'll group this as a DVD, even though there's only one DVD item type. So we do like to have consistencies in that. Okay,
Oh yeah, that looks
that's
better.
fixed. I'll go back here. Unhighlight that. Do you recall? Oh, 81290. Let me see if it's on that other spreadsheet. So. Yep. Okay. Let's see. I think if we look at this, I wanted to discuss, and for libraries that have periodicals, there's a couple of different things. We like to, again, just for discoverability, it's good to have a complete record.
Okay.
And you did this the way we like it, to have Red Feather Lakes in parentheses in the title and the periodical GMD in there.
Uh-huh.
But let's see if I found
Sure.
a better record. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't look for it. Okay, but we could do that right now. The other thing, if we were going to continue using this record, when I look at an individual record, one of the things we look at is some of the fixed fields.
Okay.
And here, let me show you the difference. Okay. So it says book. If that leader were correct, and it was S for serial,
Okay.
one of the things that it changes is it now says continuing resource, which is, nobody knows that, but that's a cataloging term for a magazine or a journal.
Okay.
So we could look real fast and see if we can find a Cabin Living magazine. So what I like to do is for serials, if you could get a ISSN,
Uh-huh.
it's much easier to find when you do that Z3950. So
Well, quite often on the masthead, you'll have an ISSN.
Yeah, if you look in that really, 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 really tiny print, you can find.
Yes, you are.
It was always the hardest thing for me to do when I was cataloging. It's like, oh, get out my magnifying glass. So one of the places I look, WorldCat's a good place to look. Let's see if they have it. Cabin Living, right? Yeah, we'll go with magazine. let me see if Library of Congress, that's really where I wanted to go.
Now, are you looking for excuse me, Joe? Are you looking for an ISSN, or are you just
Yeah, that's what I'm.
title?
Yeah.
You're looking
Well,
for an ISSN. Okay.
Yes. First, I'm looking for by title, just so I could find the ISSN.
Okay.
So that says it's a book. As I recall, I think this is actually what you have. Of course, I can't be sure, but
okay.
Maybe you know, because you know your collection like the back of your hand.
This looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the cataloger at Library of Congress says, uncertain whether title Cabin Life on August 23rd is intended title change. Still in use, so tentatively handled as a variation. So let's grab the ISSN and we'll see if we can find something through a Z39 if we search. Yeah, I might as well select all. Usually if they have if Library of Congress has one, I choose it.
Okay.
And I'll bet that this one in Prospector is a DLC record anyway, because, it isn't. It's not as complete.
Okay.
But they're doing the same thing, Cabin Life, Cabin Living. So we've already looked at this at the Library of Congress.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So let's close that and we'll import that. Now, when you do your periodicals, do you have more than one issue on the same record?
We have each, the catalog record itself is simply there so that we can measure use on those particular items. We want to correct, but each we usually have anywhere from 4 to 7 or 8 issues before we run out of room, and they are all checked out on the same barcode. Yes.
Oh, so you'll only have one.
We will only have
item.
The
one barcode.
Yes.
Okay.
We will have one barcode, and the idea is to measure use, not necessarily because to save Sandy's time, we don't see any issue in terms of cataloging each periodical issue as they come in.
Okay. Then we don't need to worry about it. If you have more than one issue, you also need to edit the 942.
Yes, you would want to provide information. Right.
The 942, that's just not coming in. I will go ahead and overlay this for you.
Okay.
I'm guessing maybe it's a connection problem with Library of Congress because we did that import for the Library of Congress and it's still working on it. So let me make a note. Okay. So if Sandy wants to look at these with the yellow ones and maybe get a better record, she could do that. Or if, she's just too busy and she wants me to go ahead and overlay them, I can do that as well.
I think it would be practice to have her go through them. Yeah. So
okay. All right. And then if she has questions on what I mean by my little notes or why it's in yellow, then she can just email me on that.
That would be fine.
Okay. Let's go back and look at things I want to discuss. We talked about large print. Oh, moving items. Oh, we talked about Aspen Cat GMDs. You don't need this one. I'm just going to remove it because
Yeah, well, it's fine. I don't have a
issue.
problem with the complete. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You don't need to worry about it. Other people that have more
Yeah,
than one issue on it, they need to make it item level hold rather than title level hold
right.
availability.
We really don't want to, because of time and a small library. We really
Sure.
don't want to be that granular with ours.
And I know that you have your own rule for when you move things off the new bookshelf.
Yes.
Is it? I don't know if you go out to the new bookshelves and just pull whatever, but it looked to me like maybe you had a specific time limit on it.
Actually, what we do at this particular point,
Uh-huh.
Sandy will put the month, the receipt month on the spine. We put a red sticker on there to indicate that you're new, and then on that red sticker, it will indicate the month that they have been received. And so there's two issues in which we will pull. Either that month is reached, and she'll pull at that particular point, or we run out of space on the new shelf, and she will pull at that particular point too. Now, I find that Koha does not provide us with good. It's record by record to go in and change those, and so I made arrangements with Bob and Ashley quarterly to run a list, break that down by those items that we have had 7 months or beyond 7 months, and then send those in for them, and they will do a batch change by DVD, CD, or book.
So
Go ahead.
do you send in a ticket when you want them to do it, or do you have them?
Yes.
Okay. All
yes,
right.
I will send it a ticket and then attach a list to the ticket and say this is a new shelf, our new shelf pull list, and could you change these to book and provide the list.
Okay. So I don't. If they've been doing that for you, I'm. See, these are all leftovers. There's some 2015, 2016s.
Yeah, and I'm not really not sure why.
Huh. Let me talk to Ashley and Bob and see who's doing that for you. And
Okay. Well,
um,
that's fine. It's been
so,
variously Bob or Ashley that's picked them up. Usually
okay,
Bob.
so
But
7
I don't know
months.
what the difference is.
No,
I don't know why these have been missed. I did send the last batch went out, I believe, about the 1st of March. And I did miss the summer, but the 1st of September, we should send the next batch out.
Oh, okay. So you have it on your to-do list for September.
Yeah, in just a couple of weeks, we'll go ahead and create your
Okay,
run
then
a
they'll
list,
probably.
sort it. Yeah, sort it, and if there's anything left over at that particular point, we'll watch. But everything that's here should be on that particular list. There's
Okay.
a few that perennial bestsellers, that I'll go through and manually remove, but not this many. No.
Okay. All right. Well, since you're going to be doing that in a couple of weeks, I will mention to Ashley and Bob.
Yeah, I'll.
Or when you
If
send the list you
what's
send,
that?
the list you
Yes,
send, is it off a report like complete inventory or the new book report?
it's actually just an Excel spreadsheet with the title and.
And where do you
barcode.
get the information? Do you get it from a report out of Koha?
Yeah. I run weekly. I run a complete list of the whole collection once a week, and I will use that to sort that by the date.
Okay.
And then at that particular point, break off at 7 months, and those items that are on that list I'll copy into a separate spreadsheet. Break that down by item type, and then send it in appropriately so that the chances of hopefully minimizing the chances of having some oddballs that are incorrectly done.
Okay. All right. Well, I might just put a to-do list for me, maybe the end of September and take a look and see if these got cleared out.
Oh, that would be fine. Yes.
And then if it didn't, I'll just send the list back, what got missed, and I'll say,
Yeah.
okay to change. We'll do it
Yeah.
that way. All right.
Well, if they're getting missed, why we need to change our ways. But we'll watch and see what happens.
Yeah, and if they are missed, then we'll need to do some discovery onto why they didn't come out on your report. Maybe the report needs a little bit of a tweak. So anyway, we'll find out. Either they just
Okay.
accidentally got missed, or the report needs tweaked. But we'll figure it out.
I'm a little perplexed right now, but
Okay, you
yeah,
do your
well,
regular thing, and if it's still there, then I'm going to look at the report you're using and see if
that sounds fine.
Okay, all right. Did you have any questions? Because I think I'm done.
No, I can't think of anything right offhand.
Okay, then
Yeah, one